I hate MS. I hate it with a passion. I was so angry that I decided to get a different set of license plates. Well, I went to my psychotherapist with that, and she said, "You have a lot of rage, don't you?" And I said, "You're damn right I do." Any emotion can be negative and destructive, but I've used the anger, especially the anger, to be constructive.
He was doing my jobs and his jobs. And it was, as you can imagine, felt horrible for me. I felt horrible for him.
Obviously, one of the facts of life around here is I do a lot of lifting because she cannot transfer.
We worry a lot about the effect our MS has on those who have to provide that level of support, and about our relationships.
I think the biggest challenge for caregivers is that they sometimes feel guilty looking after their own needs and looking for their own support.
Then scientists compared the DNA of hundreds of individuals to see how much variation there is from person to person. They found that of the 3 billion nucleotides that make up the entire human genetic code, only about 10 million are actually different from person to person.
And his hearing aids have helped so much. But I know his hearing isn't perfect. So that's why I try to create conditions that help compensate for the difficulties that he may have. What game are you playing?
Cut the rope.
With his hearing aids and my picking up on a few little things, I know Gavin's not going to have any trouble with communication or social skills. He's going to be just fine.
So those are free, right?
Yeah.
Oh, by the way, Sue's husband works up in patient business services. So could you give him a call and let him know that his wife is down there? His name is Larry Reynolds.
Sure.
Thanks.
Well, the word is getting out about Sue's accident. It may not seem like a big deal that Janelle told Dr. Waters details about Sue's accident, but that's part of Sue's PHI, and this is a busy place. A lot of ears can overhear this conversation, and while Dr. Waters and Janelle were trying to be helpful by letting Larry Reynolds know that his wife was in the trauma unit, Sue did not authorize that information to be shared.
You can't run from it, you can't hide from it. You have to face it, and when you do, it's not like you're inviting the intruder, but you're facing it and you're dealing with it, and it helps you. You make friends with it to a degree, and it shows you what you need to know. It's speaking a language to you that you need to learn.
It's our responsibility to ourselves not to just go and close the door and sit down in the recliner and let life pass us by. We still have an immense amount to give back to our communities and take back from our communities. And so I believe that people who live with MS can live an exceptionally full life, and in some cases, an even fuller life than we did before MS. It's all up to what we take back from this disease.